Yo, what's going on out the fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two future Hall of Famers in this fight game. We have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the three-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champion. Then we have Errol, the true Spence Jr., the king of the welterweight division, the WBC, the IBF, and the Super WBA unified world champion. And both of these dudes are considered top three pound-for-pound fighters. Now, we know the biggest fight in boxing has been ruined because of Terence Crawford and Mike Coppinger, ESPN and BLK Prime, right? Everybody stuck their nose in the business, of PBC and Showtime, and they destroyed the fight. You know what I mean? So I'm quite sure Errol Spence is pissed off at Mike Coppinger, pissed off at ESPN, pissed off at Terence Bud Crawford, and all the other parties involved. You understand? But right now, we're going to focus on ESPN and Terence Bud Crawford because we know Bud has been leaking the information to Mike Coppinger, right? Him and Bomac has been leaking them information, and they've been putting the bullshit out there as if it was true, right? Without having a clue what's going on with the other side. You feel me? So that means they just been spearing one side of the situation and not getting everything in order. And ain't that called bad journalism when you're supposed to be a journalist? Right? When you're supposed to be a journalist, ain't that's called bad journalism? Because you're only getting one side of the story, and that's what you're putting out there. Now, Terence Bud Crawford, was signed to Top Rank for almost his entire career. He did business with ESPN, right? We know Top Rank is partnered with ESPN when they left HBO. So that means Terence Bud Crawford and Bomac, they form, alliance and partnerships and friendships, with the writers over at ESPN, especially the boxing writers. You understand what I'm saying? So that's their way of, I guess their platform is still getting their news out because they're not fighting on ESPN anymore unless they sign a contract with them. As you see, he was trying to get the deal with Errol Spence to fight on Showtime. So we can tell that they're not signing ESPN, but still having those connections, to the biggest sport platform in the world, you can help get your story out. They didn't reach out to Errol Spence. They didn't reach out to Al Heyman. They didn't reach out to Steven Espinoza because they know they wasn't going to get an answer. You understand? Like Steven Espinoza said, we're not going to leak out no information from what's going on in negotiations because it does what? It fucks the fight up. Steven Espinoza told us this. Sorry, I can't give y'all no information because we know that it will destroy the fight. Errol Spence on this side has been quiet, solid, and just trying to make the fight happen for us, the people, and themselves for the biggest fight in boxing. So Errol Spence was taken back by this. They was, puzzled. But the main thing is they kept quiet, bro. They kept quiet as they did business. They kept quiet as they did business. Even when people came out slandering their name, they didn't come out and just jump for the shit because they know it's chess, not checkers, bro. Don't feed into that shit when they don't know what's really going on. So they kept quiet, they stayed solid, and they continued to do business, fam. Negotiating to try to make the fight happen. Terence Bud Crawford, on the other hand, what'd he do? He leaking false information to Mike Coppinger that he still haven't proved. He leaking false information to Blue Blood Sports TV that he still haven't proved, And then he goes sign to BLK Prime, just to top it all off. And it just shows that it's just unprofessional and just bullshit all the way around the board. But this just goes to show you, fam, that one, entity can fuck up something that's special. And that's ESPN, right? That's ESPN. Because by coming on ESPN and everybody looking at ESPN as, a valuable player, football, basketball, soccer, all the sports shit goes on there, it makes things seems to be real when it's not, when it's just gossip. You know what I'm saying? But because it's on ESPN, people start to look at it as if it's real. Now, some of the things they put out, yes, I'm going to say have some facts to it. Right? Some of the things they put out have some facts to it. But you still have to do your due diligence when you come down and you're talking about everything. You're talking about contracts and you're talking about the negotiation. The fight date, it ain't hard to find out. It ain't gonna say it's easy, but it ain't that hard to find out when somebody got a fight date on the table Sorry, or what date they looking at, to make a fight happen. So I want to taken back by the November 19th date, right? We all heard things and, it comes to fruition. But when it comes to, the contract, when it comes to the money and the percentages and things of that nature, you can't just take one side of things and run with it. And that's what ESPN did. Sorry, y'all. They took one side of things and they ran with it because they're close to Terence Crawford. Not knowing what's really going on, not reaching out trying to see the full truth of everything. Because when Mayweather dropped the bones on motherfucking Mike Coppicer, Mayweather told him he was a lie. And if it was true, show him a contract. If it was true, show him a contract. Right? If Terence Crawford agreed to everything, that means he has a contract, right? Right? If he agreed to everything, that means he has a contract. You understand? But he couldn't prove no contract. He couldn't show no receipts. He couldn't show shit. And that's what I mean by ESPN. They just ran with some shit without having all the facts to it. You feel me? And that fucked the fight up. That really fucked the fight up. Because people got to screaming, oh, they're lowballing Crawford. They're lowballing. They're doing this. They're doing that. They got to speaking that shit. And then Terence Crawford, oh, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Right? Let's put the blame on PBC, Showtime, and Errol Spence. Let's put the blame on them. Now let me start looking for something else now, right? Anything. Let me find anything to get me up out of this goddamn fight. Because these motherfuckers ain't playing. Errol Spence, them, they giving me everything I want. They playing ball. If it ain't what I want, it's close to what I want, so I can't deny it, right? He's on the verge of taking less money. I'm getting less money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's looking for a way out. And with ESPN coming spewing the bullshit, then them telling Blue some bullshit and Blue putting it out there, helping his ass out, right? He found a way to get up out the shit. BLK Prime. BLK Prime come through, give him an offer to fight David Evanesian for whatever amount of fucking money he getting. I wouldn't give a fuck how much he get, right? Give him a way out, and now he's running. He's running. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up because it started with ESPN. It started with ESPN linking the bullshit, talking about Bud is getting lowballed. You know what I'm saying? He's accepted 65-35 and all this other word ass shit. That's not even true. And they didn't even try to do their due diligence to reach out and try to see if it was facts or not. They just made it facts. And what that made Max Kellerman do? Come out talking about Errol Spence's ducking. Right? Where's Max Kellerman at now? Where's Max Kellerman at now? You understand? Where's all the fucking legends at now? You feel me? So this just shows you, man, when y'all doing business, fighters, and it's big time money on the table, man, listen, do it behind closed doors and everybody keep quiet. Because when it was on Errol Spence's side of the tape and we was talking about the percentages and what Terence Crawford should get and all this shit, motherfuckers told us to be quiet, let them handle business behind closed doors. Terence Crawford come out and put some shit out as if it was true, and every motherfucker running with it talking about Errol Spence lowballing him, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Errol couldn't win for lose. But they fucked that man over. They fucked him over. And ESPN is a big part of it because Terence Crawford got them in his fucking pocket and they ran with the bullshit that he told them. You understand? They ran with the bullshit that he told them, and now they don't even want to fight because now they up here talking about, could we add this to the list of Errol Spence and Crawford on the list of the fights that never happened? Man, get y'all ass up out of here. Don't talk about none of that shit now after y'all done help fuck the fight up. Period. Don't talk about none of that shit after y'all done help fuck the fight up. Because we was on the verge of getting this goddamn fight. Terence Crawford had nowhere to go if y'all didn't go out there leaking the bullshit that he gave y'all, and then BLK Prime coming in giving him a motherfucking way out. You feel me? Period, fam. Nobody else had nothing set up for Bud Crawford. He had to fight Errol Spence. And Errol Spence was so gracious to stand there and be like, I know you ain't got nowhere else to go, but I ain't going nowhere else, so I'm going to fight your ass. You know what I'm saying? But they sat up there and they fucked us all. And like I say, ESPN is to blame. They the main motherfuckers that was pushing that shit that Terence Crawford was talking about. And they got all these word-ass motherfuckers saying that, oh, he was getting lowballed and treated wrong, and PBC ain't got no money, and Showtime is falling off. All this stupid shit that they ain't got a clue of what's going on at the end of the day, bro. So, shouts out to Errol Spence for, go keep his head high, go out there and get him another big fight. Like I say, if you walk away from Terence Crawford, then blame Terence Bud Crawford. I don't want to hear none of that shit about Errol Spence ducking and none of that shit. And none of you Negroes ain't saying Bud is ducking right now with this bullshit ass move that he just pulled. Period, bro. Shouts out to EJ, man, for being a big dog, man. Being a stand-up guy and try to giving us, undisputed at 147 pounds, where we never had that in the 4-belt era. But he will come back, be victorious in whatever he do. Straight like that. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving. And everybody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate OG Money on Cash App, TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.